Hey guys, it's GameFacer and welcome back to episode 2 of my Newcastle career mode. And today's episode we're going to be playing 3 games. The first game is the first league game of the season as well. It's against Tottenham, so a big match for us to play here to kick off the season. Looking forward to that game. Could be quite a difficult match. Just a week later we've got a game against Huddersfield also again to play in the league, and then a game against Mansfield that's in the Carabao Cup. So looking forward to that. Obviously going to be 3 interesting matches to play. Certainly the last one, today's episode, will be with a rotated team I imagine, so we've got the better teams out for the games in the league. But yeah, looking forward to it. Certainly this first game against Tottenham is going to be very exciting, and will kind of give us a better idea of whereabouts we are as a team. Obviously we've made a few new signings in sort of key positions, and we might well bring in one more now actually just before this game against Tottenham. So looks to try and improve the goalkeeper position, so I think we might have a solution to that. Before we take a look at it though, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also please go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't already, and that would be absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate all the support. The series so far has gone very, very well. Thank you all so much for the support on the first episode. Let's try and match it again in this episode. Let's also take a look at our shortlist now and have a look at a couple of players that were suggested in the comments of the last episode. Obviously I read your comments and took note of the one guy in particular that I liked the look of was this guy from Lazio that I think we're going to put in a bid for now. Not particularly ever heard of him, to be honest, and I quite like that because Newcastle sometimes do go for those sort of players, so I think it does make it quite realistic from that point of view as well. And I think he's about 77 overall from what I've checked, so we're going to take a look at him. I think we're going to try and approach Dubai, and we'll see exactly how much we can get him for from Lazio. I imagine it's going to be about £7 or £8 million, maybe as high as 10 though. We'll have to wait and see. It would have been nice to have got a scout report back on him, but we'll just go anyway. Try and sign up before this game against Tottenham. Let's put an initial offer of, I think, 7.5. I don't want to make them walk out the room to begin with. I also don't want to overpay, so I'm careful not to go any higher than that. Let's see what they say. Hopefully I haven't overpaid. Okay, I definitely haven't done that. 11.7 is what they want. They also want a sell-on clause as well. Okay, well, we're going to counter. We don't want the sell-on clause, so we'll remove that, but we will propose a new transfer fee, and that's certainly more than I'd want to pay. 9 million is what we're going to go with. See if we're a little bit closer with that. Let's have a look. And 12.9. Jesus Christ, that's increased. Now I've taken out the sell-on clause. Let's counter again. This is going to be a long negotiation at this rate. £10 million. He's a good goalkeeper, I think. 6'4" as well. And though, no, okay. Got a decision for me soon. That's basically they're going to reject it. So that basically means we don't have him for this game against Tottenham. A little bit frustrating. They're certainly taking their time with that. I thought they'd just come back with us and give us a better offer, and then I'd have probably matched it, to be honest. But yeah, we'll wait and see. A little gutted about that one. So that means we don't have him for the game against Tottenham, and this is the line that we're going with for this match. It's a 4-4-1-1 formation that we're going to go with to begin with. That could change. It depends really on this first performance. Not played with this team before, so I'm curious to see how he gets on. Dubravka is it? How you pronounce his name? He's starting goal anyway for this match. Yadlin Lascelles, Luen also starts the centre back as well, and then another complicated name to pronounce. This is a nightmare for me. I'm terrible usually anyway. Plattenhart is what I'm going to go for. Richard on the right hand side, Shelby, Moreno, Atsu, Amari, and Slimani all start as well. So I think fairly good team. Again, like I say, we'll have to wait and see how he gets on against Tottenham. It might be a disastrous game for us here, or it could be a really good one. Let's see. Okay, then let's just game against Tottenham. We're at home for this match at St James's Park. Let's see how we get on, try and get ourselves a victory, and hopefully start off this game really well. But it's going to be difficult to know what to expect really from this team, because this is a bunch of players that I've never played with before. So this could be really bad for us, or it could go pretty well. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just hoping that our attack's going to be strong enough. Good chance for us here, great bit of play, good chance for the left back who scores, and it's 1-0. He's onside as well. What a start to this game, and we've outdone Tottenham with a set piece there, a really nice set piece as well. Inside 14 minutes we've taken the lead, and it is the new signing that scores the goal. Look at this, too easy for us, totally unmarked as the left back there, and it's perfect play, planned out and nicely executed as well. If I'm honest, it was supposed to go straight to the left back, but he got there eventually. That's the most important thing, and it's a great finish there for him as well. Just totally unmarked in the box, and quite rightly we exploit that and score, beating Tottenham 1-0. Great start. Yedlin into Solani, again find himself on the right hand side, doesn't want to be there. This time's into Amari, back to Yedlin, a bad shot, followed up by Atsu, who's got away 2-0, who've scored again, doubled our lead, and Tottenham have fallen apart, they're crumbling defence, and we've taken a 2-goal advantage out, unbelievably, in this game, and they've not really started very well at all. I mean, the difficulty's the same difficulty as what we're using in the Dortmund career mode, and yet when we played Tottenham in that, we really struggled against them, but in this, we're doing a really good job actually against them here, and Tottenham just not really getting hold of the ball, going forward or anything like that. It's been a very disappointing display from them, but we've just been really at it in this game. 2-0 now. This is a lovely one too. Matt Ritchie running forward. Oh, going for a third. This is ridiculous. What's going on with Tottenham? Emery over to Slimani now on his left foot. In fact, his right foot hits the post. Oh, unbelievable opportunity for us there. Atsu looks to cross it back in, but he's offside. So close to a third. I can't believe how Tottenham have played in this game. It's unbelievable how different it is compared to what we've seen in the Dortmund Crema when we played against them. They were so much better than us. But yeah, here, we're totally dominating them. Tottenham's first proper opportunity of the game here. Got themselves a corner. Son to deliver. Got to try and clear this one away. And we have them. Oh, Harry Kane with a good chance to turn and shoot. Drags it wide on the left foot. It's half-time, we're winning the game 2-0. No idea how we've managed to pull this performance out the back, to be honest, but we'll take it. It's not going to complain. We're doing really well at the moment, playing great football as well, our first match with these players. So very impressive considering all that. And yeah, also the opposition, Tottenham as well. Somehow we're winning the game 2-0, but let's see how we get on. Maybe even an opportunity to extend it. Slimani over to Atsu. Again, Tottenham getting a little bit too tight to us here. Atsu still going, looking for a cut back across. What an interception. That could have been 3-0 quite easily. Good chance of Harry Kane. Oh, he's at the post. So close. Could have easily pulled one back there. They just need one good strike like that to get them back into this game. At the moment, still keep our clean sheets, but seems like Tottenham are not going to let that happen easily. All three changes now. Joselu, Gale and Murphy all squad. We're going to take off Moreno, Slimani and Ritchie. Give those guys a rest. Slimani, I just want a different option to him now up front. I know obviously they're both tall guys, but just a different player really. Going to try those two now as our front two players. Emery will drop back a little bit into centre mid. He can play there, so it's going to be okay, hopefully, for the final 20 minutes. What a pass into Son. He's still going. Shoots or scores. That's a great finish. They pulled them back late on. 2-1 now. Tottenham got themselves back in this game. Had a couple of good chances. They've just been very clinical there, really, because we have had the better of the play in this match in general. But this is good passing here. Great pass from Harry Kane. Good cut back inside and an even better finish. 2-1. About 15-20 minutes to go, and they've got themselves one goal back. Couple of minutes left. Tottenham still really going for it here, hoping that we can cling on. Harry Kane bring the ball forward and still going with a 1-2. Good chance, good save. Could have given away a penalty there because I did dive in. And the goalkeeper just about keeps hold of it here. This should be it now, surely. Just got to play this ball forward. Let's just play it to Atsu. He should be onside here. You've got a chance to get into Joselu, in fact. If he gets himself in the right position, there's my fake shot there. We won the game anyway, 2-1 victory. I'll happily take that to start off the season against Tottenham. What a result that is. Nobody expected it, but we managed to pull that one out the bag. 3 points for us. A little bit lucky maybe. If Harry Kane had scored and not hit the post, then okay, they could have had an equaliser. But we also had a good few chances as well, so we could have probably extended our lead in the first half. We didn't, but I'm very happy with the 2-1 victory. Can't really complain too much about that. You've got to grind out results like this. And certainly the new signings looks very good as well, so impressive stuff from them. Stats-wise, dominated, so yeah, quite rightly won. Okay, let's do some player drills now after that good victory that we have against Tottenham. And we do have about a week off, I think, until the game against Huddersfield to hopefully get a few signings done there, selling and signing players if we can over the next week or so. No real change in overall this week, but still a couple of stats, I think, going up slightly. Let's have a look at what's happening here. Unacceptable. £12.9 million is what they are wanting. Okay, let's continue to negotiate here. £12.9 million is a little bit more than I want to pay. I think we initially offered last, I think, £10 million, didn't we? So we'll propose a new one and we'll go for 11.2. It's only a little bit off, but we'll go with that. Hopefully we're a little bit closer. Let's see what they say to that. Okay, they're not budging, are they? Our price is set. About 12.8. There's always a part of me that goes, why can't I get 100 grand off there? I mean, can we? Can we get 100 grand, or is this really going to annoy them? It could really annoy them for the sake of 100 grand, but I'm willing to do that just in order to save a little bit of money. Let's have a look. Come on. Yes, they will accept that. There we go. Whew, just about signed it up there. We might have even been able to get it for less. It's really difficult to know, but this did seem pretty strict on getting 12 point something. So that's been sorted. Now going to negotiate his contract. Currently on... Okay, we don't know how much he's currently on. That's not good. So important squad role is what he's going to get. Probably a crucial first team player, but we'll give him a portent anyway. Let's go for... Should we go 5-year contract? Let's see what he says to that. Yes, he's happy with that. That's good news. And disregard release clause. That's good news. He wants 35.5 grand. And he also wants bonuses as well. So tweak it slightly, increase the amount of games that it'll take before he gets the bonus, decrease the wage a little bit, and we'll see what he says to that. Hopefully not too far away. He's decreased the clean sheets to 10 rather than 15 games. Cheeky thing. And I'm going to increase it again, but at the same wage. Let's see what he says to that. Hopefully a little bit closer. There we go. £34,500 a week. Not too bad deal for him, really. And I'm very happy to sign him up. Obviously quite expensive. You know, we have signed a couple of players around that 10, 11, 12 million pounds this window. but I think it's necessary. We had to bring in quality. We already had a fairly decent sized squad, and so we are just on about trying to get in good quality players. I think we've done that there with the 3 signings we've made so far. So really impressed with that. Rob Elliott still might be leaving. In fact, I think he was due to leave. I'm pretty sure we accepted something, but we've not heard back yet. There we go. Rob Elliott has been sold now, and that means that Thomas will obviously become our #1 goalkeeper, ahead of the keeper that played in the last game. He didn't have a lot to do really in the last game to that keeper, but he did do a couple of decent saves here and there when he was called into action. But as you can see, Rob Elliott sold. He goes to Derby County, and we get £1.4 million from it. Not a lot, but we'll take it. I can't see us signing that many more players now in this window. We might do in January. It really depends how we get on with obviously injuries and if players need to be sold, that sort of thing. But I think for now I'm pretty happy with the squad. Those 3 key players we brought in. And I also want to have a little bit of budget left for January as well. Currently we've got about £12 million left. Loan offer here for Flamenquillo. Very strange one. We're obviously not going to loan him out. He's going to be our backup right back. Fiorentina coming in for him there, that's just going to be rejected. Okay, this is the team going to go with basically just a couple of changes here. Murphy starts rather than Matt Ritchie on the right hand side, and then obviously starting our new goalkeeper here as well. Slimani's going to get another chance. He didn't really do a lot, to be honest, in the last game, but we'll give him another chance, and then we'll start to bring in Hoslu and Gale a little bit more if he isn't playing, as I'm hoping. So we do have plenty of options really for us here, so I'm pretty happy with the choices that we can make. But let's see how we get on with that team. Keeping fairly similar to the last team that we put out, but like I say, just with 1 or 2 tweaks. Okay, there we go for this game against Huddersfield. Let's find out how we get on. It's a team that obviously I think we should be beating. I'm pretty sure, in my opinion anyway, we have the better quality individuals, but it's whether we can play well enough as a team. Certainly impressed by our team performance in the last game against Tottenham. Had to do everything we could to get a victory there, and we did in the end, so hopefully we can replicate that in this game. Oh, keeper, what have you done? Not the way to introduce yourself to a new club. Huddersfield are winning the game 1-0. Okay, that's literally the worst thing he could have done to start off his career here. He goes for the ball. He should get there. Let's make that clear. He should definitely get there and hold on to it as well. If you're going to go for it and commit like that, you've got to catch it. He just gets a hand to it in the end and puts it straight into the path of the attacker. It's 1-0 Huddersfield. It's not the start that we wanted. Certainly the opposite of the start that we had against Tottenham in the last game. And is it Alex Pritchard that scores? I think it is. Yeah, unbelievable. We've got to really get to that initial ball in the first place, and then we've got to defend it properly. Look at that for the goalkeeping. And then when he does make a mess of it, you've got to be first to it. Yedlin wasn't. So 2 mistakes there. It's cost us an early goal. Certainly a contrasting start to the last match. Atsu going for the cross. John Joe Shelby heads back into Slimani, chests it down and smashes it home. That's the equaliser. What a finish. And I complained about not really being involved in the last game, Slimani, but he's introduced himself onto the pitch very nicely in this game. And he's absolutely smashed that one home. John Joe Shelby heads it back down to him. It's a brilliant chest down. Nobody closed him down at all. Atsu with the cross on his weaker side. And Shelby gets himself into the box and he hammers that home to Slimani. It's a brilliant strike. And it's 1-1. What a way to equalise that is. Probably our first shot of the game, I think, as well. Slimani holding this one up. John Joe Shelby to take a touch. Gonna have a shot here. Oh, nearly found the bottom left-hand corner. What a save from the keeper, though. Just about remains at 1-1 still. Good chance. No, what we're doing, playing the ball onside there. Saved by the goalkeeper. Double save, in fact. He's made up for his earlier error there with that. Unbelievable stuff, but for some reason we just seem to get in a situation where defenders playing them all onside. Maybe there's some sort of collision with the keeper, I'm not really too sure, but yeah, so close to Huddersfield taking the lead yet again. Pritchard now to deliver this corner. Got to get it away this time, and we have done a little bit better anyway. Still not cleared properly though. Still not cleared properly, and that's why they score again. This is unbelievable. They've retaken the lead. Huddersfield Town have done it. It's now 2-1, 30 minutes in. This could be an interesting game. There's going to be a lot of goals at this rate because, yeah, both of us are struggling to defend, us in particular. Just didn't clear it properly. Too many opportunities as well to do it where we just didn't manage to do it properly, and that's a hell of a finish. 2-1. Beat Tottenham 2-1, but losing to Huddersfield Town 2-1 in this game. Slimani. Amory waiting for John Joe Shelby to make the right run. Oh, just beaten to it. Slimani still has it though. Atsu now getting hold of it. It's over to Moreno. Needs to get Yedlin involved, and we'll go for a cross here if Slimani can get in the box properly. Yedlin going for it. Slimani, it's over his head. What's he doing? Stands still in the end. Left back's got forward now to reclaim it. Another good ball in. Oh, what a chance this is. How have we not done more with that? Moreno, look for that pass into Slimani. Slimani going into John Joe Shelby. Oh, saved. Well, that was going to be equalising goal, but it's not quite. Moreno trying to keep it in fact, ended up losing it. Half-time, losing the game 2-1. Can't believe Huddersfield Town are beating us here, but to be fair, they've had the good chances that they've taken, so can't really complain too much about it. They've been quality finishes, and probably quite rightly in front as well. So got to try and get ourselves back in level terms and then go on to hopefully try and win the game if possible. You can see possession-wise doing quite well, just under 60%, but yeah, not enough on the goals front. Oh, Tom Ince still going. Oh no, what a block, but it still finds a way. And is it offside? Is it off? No, it's not. Oh, days. 3-1. Huddersfield have taken a 2-goal advantage now. This is interesting now. Having beaten Tottenham, you would have expected us to come here and win again, but it hasn't happened like that at all. Huddersfield have been the better team, quite rightly winning this game, but it's a little bit all over the place yet again. Dived in there with, I think, Lascelles. Initial block was good, but then it just falls on a plate and they score into an empty net, 3-1. And it's Mooney with the goal. 30 minutes left. Got to get ourselves at least 2 goals now. Okay, all 3 changes now. We're going to bring on Kennedy, Gale and Hosselu. We'll take off Murphy, Slimani and Moreno. Switch things around a little bit. Kennedy on the left-hand side, Atsu on the right-hand side. Amory is our centre-mid now. Dwight Gale again in behind Hosselu, who I think did a good job actually in the last game. So he's going to come on now. He's hopefully going to get maybe 20-25 minutes. To try and help get some goals back. But yeah, it's going to be tough. Very, very tough end to the game. Oh no, what a save from the goalkeeper. Luckily right at him, but great connection for the Huddersfield player. And just about managed to keep it at 3-1. Still going for that ball over the top to Atsu. The changes haven't been made yet. 20 minutes left of the game. Atsu going for a cross into the middle. It's a good delivery, but beaten to it. Murphy running through now, still going here, Murphy going for a cross, what a delivery, that's it, we pulled the goal back. I think it's Slimani that gets the final touch, maybe even the defender, could well be an own goal, we'll have to wait and see. It's been given to Slimani, we'll take it, he goes off now, and on come the substitutes, 15 minutes left, 3-2, back in this game. Can we get ourselves another one now? Amory over to Hosselu, great chance, we really need a goal here. Hosselu still going to shoot on his left foot. Didn't see any other options, nobody really stepped back or anything like that and allowed us to pass it to them, so in the end he had to go for a shot and nothing came of it. Oh, got themselves a corner here, that's going to be it now I think. Huddersfield Town will win this game. We've not going to be able to get ourselves anything else I don't think. Pritchard now to deliver, got to try and clear it away, and it's a diving header that's actually been won. And that is it, lost the game 3-2, Huddersfield Town beat us somehow. Gutted about that one. All started off with a goalkeeper error, obviously very early on. That didn't set us off very well at all. Not a good start to his debut, but yeah, from there on we didn't really kick on. It was fairly even by the end of it, but yeah, we just didn't start off very well, and that obviously left us 2 goals behind and very difficult to come back from that. So yeah, very disappointed by that, especially after a good victory against Tottenham, but this sort of thing happens. It's sort of typical Newcastle type feeling, which is, you know, obviously quite realistic in a sense, but also a little bit frustrating as well when you've just beaten Tottenham to then go and lose to Huddersfield. But on to the final game of today's episode, which is against Mansfield. We will change around the team for that game because we've got, I think, a game against West Ham after that. First of all, we've got some play drills to do. We could well see Moreno go up in overall, maybe just stats. We'll have to wait and see. No, it is overall he goes up in. That's great news. He flies up in loads of stats, actually. Hayden and Lascelles also changing a couple of their stats as well. Got ourselves a transfer offer in here for Kieran Clark from Leicester City, £7.2 million. An interesting offer, not a player I'm interested in getting rid of though. He's going to remain at the club, no interest of selling him. I think he's quite a good backup to have, and I'm pretty sure he's going to play in this game against Mansfield as well. Another transfer offer in this time for Hayden from Fulham, £5.1 million. Another player that I think is about to play in this game against Mansfield. We're going to reject it again. Not had too much game time just yet, but it will be a good chance to see how he gets on in this next match. Also been scouting a couple of youngsters as well, not necessarily for this window, maybe for next window or the summer possibly. Ryan Sessegnon was one that just kind of sprung to mind and I thought could be an interesting one, so we'll keep tabs on him. Same with Diaz, who I am a big fan of in real life, and Joe Gomez as well, who was suggested heavily in the last episode. But for now we won't go any further with them because I'm pretty happy with the guys I have in their positions, but like I say, come January or next summer they could well be here. So on to this game now against Mansfield. This is the team I'm going to go with. Obviously quite a few changes, bringing in the goalkeeper that was actually playing in the first game against Tottenham. Ikea playing at right back, Mbemba and Clark as centre backs, Dummett here coming in as our left back, Murphy, Diame, Hayden, Kennedy, Perez and Gale make up the rest of the team. So plenty of changes really, just Murphy that kind of starts from this from the last game in this one. This match I've gone with, Good requested to be involved, so he's gone on the bench. Maybe he comes on during the game. I'll have to wait and see. Shelvey, Amory, Fernandez, Ritchie, Hosselu and Slimani also on there as well. Fernandez a player that's actually low listed I think, but we'll give him a go on the bench. Maybe he comes on if we're playing well against Mansfield. Let's wait and see. Okay, let's get on with this game against Mansfield. Let's see how we get on. Let's try and thrash them. That's going to be our aim, but yeah, we kind of had aims to beat Huddersfield as well. That didn't quite go to plan, but hopefully we can turn things around and get ourselves a good result here. Also looking forward to seeing how we get on with different players playing. Dwight Gale playing as the striker as opposed to the centre attacking mid, and Perez in behind him, so curious with this team selection how we get on. Kennedy on the left hand side, bring the ball forward, waiting for the right pass into Perez. Perez just going to take an early shot, there's nobody else to play it, so we went forward and the goalkeeper saves. Gale going for that ball over top to Murphy, volley, oh so close. That'd be really, really good if we could have pulled that one off. tricky one, but not quite. And Diame gets himself a yellow card as well, quite rightly. Totally wipes a guy out in midfield, but that's what Diame's there for, to clatter someone. Murphy can look to pull this one back. Chance, go on. Oh, save by the legs of the goalkeeper. Is a double save because they're both right at him. And I don't think he knew what was happening, to be honest, but the keeper saves it regardless, and it still remains 0-0. We should be in front here quite easily, but hasn't quite happened just yet. Mansfield right in the look at the moment. Great chance, Dwight Gale to shoot. Another save from the goalkeeper. Better shot though from us. 7 shots that we've had in this game now. Perez, go on. That's the one that we'll have. What a goal that is. 1-0, 30 minutes in, and quite rightly we've taken the lead. Finally it's happened. Great strike from Perez, just given a bit too much time this time round. I was going to look for a pass, and I just thought there's plenty of space in between the midfield and defence. No one's coming towards us, so we'll give it a go. And we have done. Perez smashes it home into the bottom left-hand corner. Really good bit of play. Just gets in between the two lines here as Perez, allowed to turn and freely shoot as well. Right into the bottom left. You're not going to stop that. It's 1-0. There we go. Open the lead finally. Manquillo getting forward. Perez. Oh, what a block that was. Really, really good challenge made by the defender. Last ditch. But gets us a corner here with a good chance to try and double our lead before the break if we can. Diame going to deliver into the box. 10 minutes left. Can he flick it on? No, it's been cleared. That's it for the first half. Still in the game 1-0. We should be miles in front, let's be honest. They've not really had that many chances, Mansfield. 2 chances at most, I'd say. We've had maybe 7, 8, 9 or 10 in the first half, and it still remains just 1-0. So we are all over them. It's only a matter of time before we get the second, I'd imagine, unless something very dramatic happens in this game. But yeah, we should definitely be doubling our lead pretty soon. Perez will have a go yet again. Oh, off the bar. That's unbelievable as well. What a strike. He's shown a lot of quality in that centre attacking mid position, and certainly really pushing to get in our starting 11. No way, no way. Oh my days, off the post. Mansfield with maybe their second or third attack of the game, and they nearly score. 25 minutes left, got themselves a corner as well. They've barely been at our end of the pitch. As soon as they do though, they look like scoring, and it's a good delivery into the front post. Would have challenged us, but we have just about cleared it away this time. Oh no. Oh my days, if he just pulled that one off there, a worldie from that sort of distance from a Mansfield player. That would have been so unrealistic, but still remains 1-0, still held on to our lead somehow, but it seems like Mansfield are coming into the game, if anything. I was expecting to try and double our lead. All 3 changes, Fernandez, Amari and Hoslu all to come. We're going to take off Diame, Murphy and Gale. 3 different sort of changes really. Trying out players in different positions still, which is probably risky at 1-0 with 20 minutes to go, but I want to see how Fernandez gets on. I've got a little bit of a feeling he could be okay for us, so we'll see. I'm not expecting loads, but we'll have to wait and find out. Obviously his stats aren't particularly great, but certainly okay for his age. Chance for him to run forward here as well. Does seem to have a bit of quality on the ball, so hopefully that's a good sign. Still has it as well, coming inside. Can he get a shot on goal as well? Blocked. Not so sure it's going on target, but a good run from him. Manquillo coming forward now. Going to look inside. Chance for Perez. On to Hoslu. Yes, he's done it. So doubled our lead. I shouldn't have to celebrate so much against Mansfield, but we've managed to finally get the goal that should win us the game. 12 minutes left, and it's Hoslu that does it off the bench. He's looked good at times with Hoslu, to be fair to him, when he's come on, so can't really complain too much about him. He's scored a goal there in the bottom right-hand corner as well. 2-0, and that should be game over now. Final corner for Mansfield. Hopefully going to keep hold of our clean sheet. Get this away, please. Somebody just do something. Another corner to defend. Let's see, can we clear this one away a little bit better this time? Somebody? No, we still don't win it, do we? Is that even onside as well? It is, and they've scored. That's an embarrassment. Why can we not defend properly? We can't seem to clear our lines ever when we get in those positions. Happens time and time again. Luckily, I don't think we're going to actually concede again in the next minute, but you never know. That will be it. So that's us through to the next round. 2-1 victory against Mansfield. It should be more comfortable than that. It's a heavily changed team, but still you'd expect us to do much better. A good few performances, though, individually from certain players. But yeah, overall, a little bit disappointed we didn't score more. We had loads of chances, just didn't take them. Good goalkeeping at times as well, to be fair to the opposition keeper. But yeah, we should be, I'd say, 3 or 4-0 up at one stage of the game. I've actually allowed them to come back into the match too many times. The main thing is we get ourselves into the next round, and yeah, that's obviously important to try and go on some sort of cup run. That's everything for today's episode. Next episode, we've got a game against West Ham, so looking forward to that. We'll take a look at the transfer offer next time round as well. Don't quite have enough time now, but thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.